I don't understand this. One advisor says one thing, another advisor says something completely different. How is anyone meant to make sense of this? In today's episode, we are bringing you along for the immigration process, from talking to numerous advisors, trying to figure out who we're going to use for this whole process, basically trying to navigate what our next step is. Stick around to the end because somebody may have made a big decision without me.
We've already had 2 of these days pass where we wanted to post, but we're not, and we don't want to procrastinate. We don't want to sit on this. We want to get going, but we're also trying to show the whole journey, the whole process of us really from when we decided to do this to everything. So showing, telling our family, planning, exactly. We don't even know 100% where we want to move to yet. How are we going to get from Canada to Portugal? Are we going via England? Are we, well, we will go via England, but are we going to spend some time there? Like, all of these things are completely up in the air, and having a structured video posting schedule and editing time, and are we going to use people to help us edit? Lots of decisions and lots of stuff, and I just wanted to capture this moment we're having here where it's another one where we're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but we're just going to push through step by step, figuring it out. We're going to get back into planning exactly how these videos, so if you're watching this video, we successfully made it from this point of being a bit overwhelmed, procrastinating, to actually getting the videos posted. So give us a thumbs up and a like and subscribe. Really appreciate that. As you can appreciate, it's a ton of work doing this. Anyway guys, we're going to get back into it. Before we dive into this whole immigration process, we're locking in our content game. The goal isn't just to document the move, it's to build something bigger, a channel that shares our journey, but also pulls people in with valuable content, real insights, and honestly, just the chaos of figuring this all out. Speaking of tough decisions, the next step, finding a lawyer. And if you've ever tried to hire an immigration lawyer, you know it's a rabbit hole. So we're diving in, filling out forms, booking calls, and trying to figure out who actually knows their stuff.
And who's just trying to charge us a fortune for things we could probably do ourselves.
Today the goal is to get a bunch of meetings with immigration lawyers. So immigration lawyers, Canada, what was the company we did for beforehand? You just check. So I don't want to apply to them again. Yeah. YON. These guys, yeah, okay. Residency advisors. Submit. Consultation. Should write these down. Consultation. Spinning wheel of death here, because I didn't push that I am happy to receive promotional emails. There you go. Excellent. We help with complexity. Case consultation. I think that's enough. We've got, like I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 companies. Reached out to all of them. We'll start to get the message back and we'll record as we go through and show you that whole process. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Mona. That was Marina, Jane Katkova's assistant. So that's the response. I'm going to mark this down on the spreadsheet so we can keep track of everyone, so we can give you a bit of information on. They responded within 30 minutes to schedule a free consultation. I've already had a couple of emails back and forward with that, and she's called me. So they are eager beavers. That's for D7. So I don't know. The first lady we spoke to did say that was an option. I think we would have to just move some of our stuff around, so we were getting dividends, so my wife was getting dividends and stuff. There was some moving around to do. The one we can't get is the golden visa, because I think you have to invest 500,000 euros, which we won't be doing. Yeah, the D7 is like passive income dividends type thing, and then the D8 is for digital nomads, which the amount of money you have to make is way high, is like 4 times higher than the D7. But the D7 has to be like a passive income. It has to come in from, you have to match the minimum wage in Portugal. And the D8 is like 4 times the minimum wage, I believe.
How's it going, Brett? How many people have got back to you so far?
Good. We've got multiple responses back. We've got a call booked for tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. with someone. I'm waiting for a phone call from another lady who's she's reached out and said the boss will be calling you basically. We're going to get up early tomorrow just to get the information. We don't want to wait around on this. We just want to jump on everything. So we're waiting for three more people to get back to us. So it's been about 6-7 hours now.
Okay, this is D8. And Golden Visa is a totally different story, because Golden Visa is the visa where you are investing into the one of the government approved funds. The amount of the investment has to be not less than 500,000 euros. You have to keep the investment for 6 years. That is the prerequisite of the visa. You receive the Golden Visa and you arrive to the country without the obligation to remain in the country. If D7 and D8 are the visas that impose residency requirements upon you.
Okay, so we just had a call with Jane Kapkova. It started with her assistant saying, okay, I'm going to patch you through. Jumped on. She was very hadn't read the notes. It felt, well, she even said I've got people in the waiting room. I don't know if they're just used to getting so many people ringing that they're trying to fish through. One of the companies has a $250 consultation fee, pound consultation fee, and I think that's to just there's probably so many people watching videos and I want to jump on this and go and live in a barn on a farm somewhere, and they're just ringing all of these people, wasting a load of time. So we do a similar thing with our plumbing company. We charge $129 to come to the door, and that just gets rid of all the people. So anyway, if that was the first call I had after where we were at before we spoke to Freya at Y on Visa, which was a really good experience actually. If we'd have spoken to her first after that, I'd probably be feeling pretty low and down at the minute. It would set me back, because we went into our first call, our first Zoom with Freya, thinking we have to make $15,000 a month to get the DA, and nothing else was possible. And when we spoke to her, she was like, we can do it, we can do D7, we can do D8. We explained our situation. She had a load of time to talk to us. We were on the phone for 30 minutes. She did mention that she had other calls, but there was no pressure to get off the phone. She answered all of our questions. This lady was like, I've got other people waiting. It was a 5-minute call. It was very negative, but
it did feel rushed and vague,
it was rushed,
didn't it?
Vague. Need to get on a consultation call to find out more info. I don't know whether that was there's a paid, whether we're going to get a follow up now saying, book a consultation and it's paid, or whether she genuinely just squeezed us in, because the lady before did say, I'm going to squeeze you in.
Sorry.
But if you haven't got, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I feel like it would be a paid consultation, because why do that little crappy call to make us feel like she didn't have time for us? If she could have just given us a free consultation.
Let's book it. Because the first lady was like, when do you want to call? And I was like, whenever, as soon as possible. And she was like, okay, today I can get you in between people. So I don't know whether they just squeezed us in and they genuinely didn't have the time for us. But you should just book it when you have time instead of rushing. Because now she's lost us. This is a big no for us from Jane Katkova. She might be an amazing lady, but with the other people you have, most people are trying a few different people. I don't think that's very good service. I came out of that feeling, like I said, if that was the first call we had, I would have been feeling pretty bad about it, because she basically said it was like she was trying to put doubt in our minds to get us to reel into that second consultation. That's what it felt like to me. We need to go deeper. We don't know if you can do this. We don't know if you can do that. I've already given you all of my numbers. Just tell me, what can you do? She has all the numbers.
Which she didn't look at either, did she?
No, it didn't sound like she looked at it. So I think maybe there's just thousands of people reaching out to these people every day, and they're trying to get through them. Instead of doing the £250, which IAS Global does, which gets rid of all those people, and you're speaking to a higher quality lead, they are just speaking to everyone, and I don't know, it felt quite rude. I don't know if it was rude, but it was rushed. Anyway, guys, we're going to continue to go back and forth. We've got a call tomorrow at 4 a.m. because we didn't want to wait 2 weeks. We want to get this video out. We want to speak to everyone. We want to get this ball rolling. We want to get to Portugal. So we have a call at 4 a.m. We have a call at 10:30 a.m. with another 2 companies, and their video calls are booked for 30 minutes. So I don't think there's going to be a charge for those. And if you appreciate us getting up at 4 a.m. to speak to these people and let you know the information, please hit the subscribe button. At the minute, we have 0 subscribers. We haven't posted any videos at the time of recording this, but please help us, subscribe, hit the like button, and watch our journey as we go from selling our house to living in Portugal. We've done this once before. We're not the sort of people to get hit a hurdle and drop off unless it involves paperwork. For me, that's why Amy's doing, she's been doing 8 hours of citizenship paperwork today. I would get probably halfway in and say, I'm quitting on my dream, I'm not doing this. But luckily there's 2 of us, and her strength is not giving up and being super positive about everything. And I'm just a workhorse who I get quite negative. Luckily we have her, so you'll get to know her a lot better. And that's it, guys. I'm going to stop waddling on. Amy's going to re-roll her eyes and say her arm's hurting in a minute. So let's crack on, and we'll get back to you about the other calls next. It's 4 a.m.
Hello,
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Good, thank you. Yeah, so we're British citizens,
Okay.
but we moved to Canada 12 years ago, and we're residents here. But since we decided we wanted to move to Portugal, we've now applied for citizenship here, which should take about 6 or 7 months. So we plan on getting our citizenship because we have a business here, we have property here. But the goal is to move to Portugal now.
Before anything else, I just want to say we genuinely appreciate the time and effort of everyone we've spoken with so far. These advisors have given us a lot to think about, and it's very possible that we'll end up working with one of them in the future. But if there's one thing I've realised through this process, it's that no one seems to have a straight answer. Every advisor had a different take on the process, and none of it fully lined up. And what really made things even more confusing was reaching out to the actual embassy. You'd think going straight to the source would clear everything up. We got one answer, questioned it, asked for clarification, and they completely changed what they said. So at this point, I don't think anyone really knows what the official minimum requirements are, because depending on who you ask, they're totally different. But here's the thing, I'm not worried. We've done the research, we've gone through all the scenarios, and I know that whatever the real requirements are, we meet them. Income, savings, housing, we check the boxes. So instead of spending thousands on legal fees right now, we're going a different route. The next step for us is signing up with Anchorless, which is a step-by-step system that guides you through the process while keeping things way more affordable. This is what makes the most sense for us. That doesn't mean it's the right choice for everyone. Some people will absolutely need a lawyer from day one, but we're confident in our ability to figure this out, even though, yeah, this is a big deal. And once we sign up, we'll finally have our first meeting with an actual lawyer, which is going to give us even more clarity on the next steps. So let's get into it. Time to walk through the sign-up process and see what this is all about.
Okay, so this is the platform that we settled on. These guys seem to know the most. They spent the most time with us going back and forwards. It's called Anchorless. I will put a link in the description. It's not an affiliate link or anything, but it just walks you through step by step. Over 5,000 users on Trustpilot. We've done a bunch of research, and the cost is a fraction of the cost. It's still a couple of €1,000 for us because we have a lot of people, but they have different packages. We're just going to go with the top one just because we don't want them no messing around. You get they help you do the motivational letter draft. You get lawyers, like everything you need. Basically, have a really good look. But we're going to go with the top one here. They do, you put your major applicant. We've got one more of them. I got 5 minor applicants. So they only charge you $100 per minor applicant. A lot of the companies we had were charging like $500. They were mostly around, I would say, 5,000 or 6,000 to 10,000 for their services for immigration lawyers, and this is 1849 and then you can get an NISS, which these are free. You can get them when you're in Portugal, but I'd rather just get it done for me now, and then Amy can get hers when she gets there. And then we have a couple more questions as well. So we want to ask, another question about the income requirements, because like I say, not a single person we spoke to has given us the same information. We've literally spoke to like 8 people, and they've all said different things. So we're going to speak to an actual lawyer now, because everyone else we spoke to is just like a consultant, I guess, or a salesperson. So we're going to do a 30-minute immigration. Even though you do get one lawyer consultation, you get another lawyer consultation. Maybe we don't need this, but hey, it's $149 to make us feel a bit better. 20% off now. I know this is all a sales thing, how they put it all together, but this is 2,097 euros. This is like quarter of the price, so a lot of them. You get everything you need by the sound of things, and they walk you through step by step. So 7 NIFs as well. These are like, a lot of companies are charging $100 each for these. You get your bank account all sorted, debit cards, everything you need really. They even help you on the other side. So I'm gonna pay now. Over this one, pay and start. So you can see it's 2,097, and then you've got like 6 months to get it done, and then you start charging you monthly. So we're looking to be there pretty quick. So I don't know if I'll be there in 6 months, but boom, we're in. That has made it a bit more real there. So we are officially, we've got the citizenship going, we've got the visa going, and I just got a phone call from Amy. She saw the credit card payment go through, and she's not happy because she wasn't here. So that was a bad move on my part. I wanted to have it done and surprise her, but she wanted to be part of clicking the button and doing it. So I'm going to show you the highs and the lows, and I'm in trouble now, but we've done it, we're through. I hope I've shared, that process, and you understand a bit more of the process and what we've done. We basically went through, we checked all the different places where you can hire immigration lawyers to do it for you. We got a bunch of quotes from 5,000 to 10,000. We found Anchorless. We spoke with everyone. We got up at 4 a.m. in the morning. We got super late at night. Like, we done whatever we needed to do. And at the end of the day, for us, the best fit was, and maybe I wouldn't do this if I was on my own, but Amy's one of these people who can just sit and plug through the documents and not get too frustrated. I get frustrated about that stuff, so she will be doing a lot of the documents and stuff. She just done our citizenship. That for me was a bit pulling my hair out, but she's really good at that stuff. So that might not be the best fit for everyone, especially if you're a little bit worried. But I think we have a situation where it's not going to be simple, it's not going to be straightforward, and I think we'll do this just fine. So again, we'll take you along for the whole process. We'll show you how good this Anchorless platform is, and from what we've seen, the meeting we had with the guy, the consultant, we'll show you, our meetings with the lawyers and how that sort of goes for us. And then, yeah, guys, I think it's promising. It looks good. It's got great reviews, and I'm excited to get going. But that's it. We're in. We have clicked the button. We have spent the money. We are fully committed now. So this is the start of the adventure. Let's go.
What do you have to say for yourself then? For purchasing it without me, after me going on days and days. The one time I leave the house without you?
That's a surprise. You're welcome.
What do you mean surprise?
Surprise!